And as you can tell, this cast did a wonderful job. Do you guys agree? And it took us a long time because yes, we had to go find funding. We went public to Kickstarter to prove that there was an audience out there. We pitched before Crazy Rich Asians and Black Panther came out. There was no Cobra Kai during the time. And so people didn't believe that a POC-led movie was profitable. And so we went to Kickstarter. We raised over $124,000 on Kickstarter. We went beyond that and we raised another million or so, and we made this movie in our own terms, and we were kind of masters of our own destiny at that point. And today, a week after we released on May 7th, over 70 theaters across the nation, we went up as high as number 4 on iTunes downloads. We're doing amazing on Amazon. We are 100% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and we're also named the number 10 best Asian American film of all time by
Just fighting.
Blue Tigers, baby.
Obviously, at any point we could have stopped, and if we did, we wouldn't have been able to reach all of these accolades. So thank you guys for coming out. This really means a lot to us. We're an independent film, so every single seat here really supports this movie to stay in this theater for at least another week. So thanks.
If you guys looking for a fourth Red Tiger, I take karate.
Well, how do I follow that one up? I met Bao back in 2009, and he approached me with this script, and this is 6 years ago he approached me, and it was such a wonderful homage to martial arts, and the story had so much heart, and because of the fact that there's not much visibility and not many roles for Asian American actors that are like this. I mean, we've heard these stories out of Asia, but there wasn't any perspective about this martial arts community, within the Asian American community. So, it was a no-brainer for me because being an actor since probably 1980, there wasn't that many kind of roles like this, and so I'm all about supporting minority projects, POC projects. So for me, I really appreciate the fact that Bao approached me about this, and I was on board from day one. So like anything, it's going to take time to make these changes, and with this kind of support from you folks, it really means a lot. And like we all say, it takes a village to make something like this happen. And we are so thankful that you guys have come out and supported this small little film. And it's this little train that could, this little engine, because we never thought it would get to this point. But it's thanks to you, and big mahalos out to the Hawaii community for coming out, especially tonight, to support this film. Thank you.
Yeah, so for me, any great film needs a great blueprint, and that blueprint is the script. So first, I think I finished up Mulan, and Yuji, when I got back to LA, Yuji's like, hey man, I really want you to read the script. And I've known Yuji for over 23 years now. And he's like, it's written by this really talented writer-director, and he kind of told me a kind of brief synopsis, and I'm like, yeah, definitely send it over. So then when I read it, it was beautiful to me because, I was that guy getting older now, and for me, I just couldn't believe how much heart was under the comedy and the martial arts and the different layers. So for me, I first applaud, the filmmakers for fighting to keep this POC. And just as an actor, my journey as an actor on this film I felt it was so special because they really provided, they made this world, also with Ken, you know, doing the action design. It was just so much fun, and they welcomed us where all three of us, like, we just improv freely. They created this world that we can actually get in touch with our characters. So it was like one of the best experiences, you know, of my life in this film business. So really appreciate that, guys. And thank you all for coming and supporting and sharing in this experience with us, because it really is a special one. So thank you.
I've known Val for about going on 20 plus years now. Kind of dates us a little bit, but we were just a couple of kids coming out of high school that were really enthusiastic about martial arts. We were both training at the time, both really into Jackie Chan, Jet Li. There's a lot of stuff, you know, coming out in Hong Kong during that time. You know, Drunken Master 2, Fist of Legend. All that stuff was kind of inspiring us to kind of pick up our own camera and go out and try it ourselves. So to see us on the screen today, whether it's, you know, Bao's script and, you know, a combination of these gentlemen on the screen, including Ron and everybody else that I got to work with in terms of kind of developing action design, it's kind of a dream come true to see it go from backyard filmmaking to presenting in front of everybody here. So it's really, it means a lot to see all these faces in the seats tonight. It means a lot to us. We came all the way out here from the mainland just to be here and share this with you guys tonight. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot, and we've come a long way. And thank you for sharing this with us.
Does anyone have any questions for us?
When
Yes.
is the second movie coming out?
Well, it all depends if we can stay in this theater much longer. We need to be, have a good success and have a good show that there is an audience for this movie. For me personally, I don't have any particular ideas first. I do think it's a wonderful kind of way the story kind of ends, but I'm certainly open to some other options. It's very flattering that a lot of people are interested to know what goes on with these characters, so it certainly gives me pause for thought for pause, or whatever that too is. It's really, really flattering that everyone is asking about these characters, because I was done with them. I'm just surprised people still want to know about you. But it does matter. The success of the film is kind of key if we even want to be in the conversation for that. So again, please share the word about the film as much as you can. So.
I think the bartender should be in the scene.
Oh, the bartender. I think the bartender is
Wait, that was Andy Lau, right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
So I have a question for you. When you were on the roof breaking the bricks, was that real or fake?
It was a real fake brick. I mean, it was a story. So they were real bricks, and the prop team just kind of they kind of glued it together. But it's funny, one of the producers was testing the brick for us before, and they put way too much glue. So I got to see him do it wrong first. So not Alan, our other producer, Michael Blasquez. So we had to kind of troubleshoot, but those were real bricks glued back together. I mean, there's no way my hands can handle. Anything else? Any other questions?
Hi, my name's Arlene. Congratulations to your entire team. This was fantastic. I'd like to thank Mike Sunlee, if you're here. I didn't see you, but he had invited me, and I know he knows a few of y'all. So my question is about Kickstarter. How did you get through that process? Was there a point where, because Kickstarter is just so gut-wrenching through the whole thing. I'm in the middle of a Kickstarter campaign right now for a documentary about Filipino nurses during the pandemic, and we have less than 2 weeks left. And to hear y'all say that you raised, well over your goal is just phenomenal. It's very, very inspiring. So how did you get through that?
I will never do it again. Let's just say that.
It's so hard.
It is hard. It is very stressful. I have a background in video marketing and kind of doing promotional work, and so I kind of put my 2 cents into the Kickstarter campaign. But even that was even with knowledge, it was very stressful. We didn't know. For us, our reasoning was, and if you guys don't know with Kickstarter, it's you either make the only way that you get the money is if you reach your goal. If you don't reach your goal, you get zero. You don't get, the 50% that people put in. And so for us, because at that point we'd been pitching this movie for about 6 years, and we were kind of tired of people saying, well, there's no audience for this American Kung Fu movie, right? But for us, we're like, I can name a bunch of people that I would think would want to watch this movie, right? And so for us, we needed a statement win. And so, we decided to go to Kickstarter, but was it going to be $25,000? Well, that's not a statement, right? So we thought about 50. But for me, it was like either go big or go home. And so we thought, all right, let's do $110,000. 10,000 meaning because 10% goes to Kickstarter. So we're like, okay, let's just make it a flat 100,000 plus 10%, so $110,000. And we were about 50%. So it was a 30-day goal, a 30-day campaign, and about day 25 we were at 50%.
Oh my gosh.
And we were sweating bullets every day, but lo and behold, Kickstarter sent a reminder email to some people that were watching the campaign, and one morning we had 10,000 come in, and we're like, oh, okay, well this is nice, and then an hour later we had another 10,000 come in, and this is from one person, and we're like, who is this? There's no name, and we don't find out until we reach our goal. So we're like, okay, next thing you know, we get another 50,000 in one day. And this was all from people that had been watching our campaign, and so every single day we were reaching out to people, we were calling people, and it was just 30 days of just hell. But it was worth it because, and looking back now at the data, we had like a 2% chance of reaching, over $110,000. And so if we knew that, I probably wouldn't have done it. But because we did, we made this movie, and you guys are here. So don't look at data.
Well, it's just been a flag, so it sounds like a fascinating premise. It's about Filipino nurses in the pandemic. So what is the title?
It's called Nurse Unseen.
Nurse Unseen. If you go to Kickstarter.com, please go check out, please pay it forward. All you folks here and look it up and support. There's 2 weeks left? So we've been there 2 weeks left, so hopefully you can hit your goal. How much?
Our goal is 50,000, and last time I checked, which was right before I left here, we were at 21.
21 of 50,000.
It's doable.
2 weeks left. It's doable. So please, everyone here, you have a captive audience because we're not fighting on the lead. But please look up the film and support us, and come to see you after if they want to have more information. So yes, very important work.
Come to me, please.
Yes. I think we have time for maybe one more question, and hopefully it's about the actors because everyone's here for the actors. Did I climb too much? Yes.
Did you all have like martial arts training prior to the movie?
I had a lot of watching martial arts experience. But go ahead. For the actors, right? That's the
Yeah,
question.
for the actors. Like the 3 guys especially.
For me, yes, I did, and also in the past, I've like action designed and stuff, and just been in martial arts, me and my brother, since we were little kids, so, yeah.
Yeah, I've been studying martial arts since I was about 10 or so. Various different styles. Speaking for the other actors, Mikhail, I believe, did a little bit of boxing, and Elaine, who played Danny Aikens, I think he had a background taekwondo, and he was also a dancer. So that's why the choreography was really kind of an easy language to translate into just movement and kind of understanding how to express the body and put intention behind the movements. So he was really quick because of the dance background. So that really helped. So everybody had kind of a something different to bring to the table to work with, but that's kind of what made their parts that much more interesting. So.
Follow up. Did you guys have any say in like the thought process or the martial arts part of it? Because you guys had martial arts background?
Well, during the action design, as we're structuring it, a lot of it's coming from what is on the script, right? The outcome is already kind of determined. So taking that's kind of like a framework that we work with. And then from that, we kind of work with the actors, kind of see what they're good at, figure out their strengths, and then we start painting kind of the little details of how those beats kind of meet up. So then we start painting everything. And a lot of that is just collaboration with the actors, trying to see what they're good at. Ron's an amazing action performer, so we obviously we want to have that input from him, you know, on the day, or not on the day, even during rehearsals. That's kind of how we developed the action. So it was a very collaborative environment when it came to building out these sequences. So it was definitely a collaborative effort. So, as an action designer and director, it's kind of more about just making sure that we're sticking to the story, making sure that we're telling, you know, we're using the script as a lead, and everything that we do is helping emphasize and kind of move the character story along. So that's what I'm doing. But you know, the performance, that's all coming from Ron, that's all coming from Elaine. You know, those little artistic touches, that's all them.
How
So
impressive, the
yeah.
emotion that came on.
Yeah, I think for me, and speaking for Elaine and Kel too, Bao and Ken, like they created, like I said, they created this world where we could talk to them about, hey, because we all gelled with, you know, this beautiful script. So for us, it was about, oh, I was thinking about this for this character, and they were very encouraging because they had their vision, and we, you know, we loved it. And so yes, it was a really positive, fun collaboration, and I think you guys saw that, because it was just, for me, it was just, I think it's important because there have been sets that I've been on where it's like the director or the action team are like, no, this is what you do, that's it, boom. But for us, we felt like we were really free as far as like asking questions and like trying to incorporate little tidbits for each character, and like and Ken and the action team, Carrie and Sam, they already were designing things based off the script, based off our characters. So you know, we were all loving that too as well.
And I'm trying to be the fourth tiger.
Yeah, wow. I think that's our time. We do have another screening to go to, but we have a wonderful backdrop. You're more than welcome to take photos, post, find us on social media, and tag us, and talk about the movie. We're here all weekend. We'll be at all the screenings here at Pearl Ridge until Sunday, so if any folks want to come through and meet us then, the movie will be playing here until Thursday at least, and if we do well, maybe they'll hold this over. So fingers crossed, but for sure the movie will be here until Thursday. So they don't take it, you know, for granted. So you never know what happens here. It's always a tough business in theaters. But just show of hands for Aria. Can I give a special shout out to the Aria family here? All right, hands up, hands up. There's a screening for us out in Seattle, in New York. We're working on one for the Dallas convention. I don't know if you all heard some of the talk about that, but we're going to have the screening out there as well. So thank you again for so much for your support and way to rally. Thank you especially to Rhonda and Gina, and I think all the folks who kind of put all of those this screening together. So we'll be here all weekend. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you in a bit.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.